So I'm going to do a review on this kayak, the Kayaks2fish Nextgen 9. I couldn't find any other reviews, any independent reviews, so I thought I'd give it a go. This is, I guess it's one of the budget kayaks that are out there. There's probably a lot that are similar to this one in this price range. This one's about 9 foot or 2.8 meters. It was $460 that my wife and I shouted one for each other for Christmas. Come with the seat, the paddle, and one rod holder there, but there are 4 other rod holders around the edge of the kayak. They come in handy for other things, not just rods. You might want to put a GoPro in there, or GoPro mount, or fishing net, or whatever. You can put an esky or something in the back. There's enough room there for a little esky or a milk crate that you can put some bits and pieces in. There's some storage hatches here that seem to be fairly waterproof. You can bung a bit of stuff in there. That one's really handy because it's right where you sit. Put my keys and my wallet and that down in there when I'm on the water. It's very handy. There's another one up the front. Same deal up the front. I think they're fairly waterproof. There's a rubber seal around them, so I assume they are. So my wife and I bought these for Christmas, and we've been out in them 5 or 6 times. We're really happy. It's really great. They're very stable, and we get out together and have a paddle around, and I can have a bit of a fish, have a bit of a swim. I'm 110 odd kilos, and this thing's really stable with me. I don't feel like it's going to tip at all. If I tried hard, I probably could, but I don't really want that to happen. So we come up. There's a nice little creek here. We come up here and paddle around up here. It's effortless to paddle, really easy to paddle, and it's beautiful getting out on the water. We bought these ones because they were a little bit dearer. We could have got some for about $360 each, but these were $460. But they're rated at 150 kilos, and a lot of the others were rated at 120 kilos. So, and plus these had the better seat. The seat is actually sits up a little bit out of the kayak, so you're not actually sloshing around in water, and it's really quite a comfortable seat, really. One of the things that I would say with this, or anything you buy, any kayak I suppose that you buy new, is a lot of the screws, these screws were a little bit loose. They needed nipping up. A lot of them needed nipping up with a screwdriver. Not overly, you wouldn't want to over tighten them being plastic, but they did need nipping up, a lot of them. So that's just a tip that I'd do that before using it. These scupper plugs, there's rubber plugs here. You pull them out, and well, supposedly lets water out, but I find that let more water in. But not a lot of water gets in there. I actually put a bit of tape on the paddle there, and it stops a lot of the water. There was some water coming in off the paddle, but that stops a lot of it. That actually works quite well. These things stack pretty well upside down, because we've got 2 of them. I flip mine upside down on the box trailer, and then I stack hers upside down on top of this one. They don't lock in, but they do stack pretty well. You just put a tie down strap over it. The only thing is that rod holder there, if you leave that base in the one that goes on top, like the main part pulls out but that base stays there, it actually will stick into the bottom of the one underneath. But I'd take that out I'd just unscrew that rod holder. It's only 4 screws, only take 30 seconds. My wife doesn't use it, so it's not on hers, so it's not a problem for me, but that's the only problem with stacking one on top of the other upside down, is if that's there. But can't fault them really, they're great. Really good value. My wife loves it. She gets up on the water and does a paddle around, we have a swim, and for $460 really, in less than $1,000 we've got 2 kayaks, really comfortable, and it's a great way to spend time together. I do a bit of fishing, I love my bass fishing, so we're really happy with it. They're great, highly recommended. Hope you like the review. Sorry about the sound quality.